Hello, I'm Johnny Ryan, and today I'll be talking to you about a youth organization that I'm involved with called Upper Room Squad. I've attached my PowerPoint to the discussion board, so if you would like visual aids while I make my speech, feel free to follow along. What is a youth group? As defined by Merriam-Webster, a youth group is a group of youths or young persons forming a part or a unit of an organized social, political, or religious institution. Now, many youth groups that you may be familiar with or know about, you have to be a part of a certain religion or even be a part of the church to join or even come to the meetings. With Upper Room Squad, this isn't the case, and it's actually quite discouraged. We want people that are different religions or may not even have a religion to come. In fact, even though it is based at a Catholic church, we encourage all the existing members and people that have heard about it to go out and spread the word about it and bring their friends to it. So technically we are a youth group, but we're also so much more than that. What do we do? Every Sunday night at 6 o'clock p.m. we meet at St. Teresa's Catholic Church. Our motto is that we consist of food, fun, fellowship, and faith. And we're a group solely for high school students, which is kind of unfortunate, grades 9 to 12. And I have attached a article from the St. Teresa's Bulletin, which is basically an advertisement for the youth group and kind of explains what we do. It's from Paul Dwyer, who's the coordinator of the youth group, and it says that Upper Room Squad is a high school youth group for rising 9th graders all the way to 12th grade. We meet on Sundays from 6 to 8. The interesting thing is that it's teen-led and teen-organized. Now, most youth groups that you may know of, a priest or an adult or a group of adults actually organize everything. That's not the case with us. We have a group of leaders, which I am actually a part of, that organize the activities and plan trips, and so that's what's interesting about us. It's teen-led, which makes it more relatable for the incoming people. Food, fun, fellowship, faith. So the evening begins with snacks, which is like cookies and chips, and then we'll play a game or an icebreaker, which gets people interacting with each other. And then after the game, we'll move up into the upper room of the church, and we pray and we have a gospel contemplation. That is actually led by an adult, and then the evening concludes after the gospel contemplation with a closing prayer, and then we eat pizza and dessert either outside or in the cafeteria. So besides the Sunday night meetings, there's many other things that we do. We are involved in many community service projects, such as the Merciful Harvest, which goes on at St. Teresa's Catholic Church. It's basically we organize the donated clothes, or we donate clothes ourselves. And what we do is we put on basically a huge shopping mall inside the gymnasium, where and then every Sunday, or not every Sunday, on the Sunday of the Merciful Harvest, anyone who is less fortunate or in troubled times is allowed to come, and they write down their dependents and how many people are in their family, and you give them a card, and then they go into the gymnasium and are actually just basically able to shop for free and take what clothes they need. And what we do is we help carry the clothes, help keep the kids in check, make sure it's not hectic. Basically, we organize it. We also organize 5Ks and camps, which are basically fundraisers for the Divine Mercy Outreach. We also go on many trips that we organize, such as hikes. There's a picture included of our priest actually doing Mass on top of a mountain at Old Rag, which is pretty cool. In the summer we go water tubing. In the winter we go snow tubing. There's retreats that we go on. So there's a picture of a bunch of teenagers that I've included in my slide of us at a retreat at the 4-H Center, which is basically we go down for 2 or 3 days, stay in a cabin, you don't have a cell phone, and you're just with others and just having a good time. We've gone to King's Dominion many times, and we've just had a lot of trips. Also, for incoming freshmen that are getting ready for confirmation, they're required to come to at least 3 upper room squads, and our job is to make them feel welcome and actually make them want to keep coming and keep coming. Because many of the incoming freshmen think, oh, I have to come to 3 and then I'm done. But it turns out that a lot of them come to 3 and then they just want to keep coming and end up coming all the way through senior year. What's our purpose? Basically, we all are trying to live life according to the 7 pillars of discipleship, and what we want to do is expose anyone who comes to Upper Room Squad to these 7 pillars. Now, I'll go through the 7 pillars right now. First is Christ at the center, which means just everything you do in life, try and keep Christ at the center of your life. Number 2 is the Word. That is when we do gospel contemplations and when we read from the Bible as a group. 3 is sacrament. During our meetings, a priest offers confession, and we're preparing the freshmen for confirmation. 4 is prayer. Obviously, we pray before we eat, and we sometimes pray up in the upper room. 5 is obey. This is where we're teaching the younger kids how to follow the rules and not get into trouble, basically. 6 is communio, which means just the general gathering of people, which occurs every Sunday. 7 is evangelization. This is going out and spreading the word and spreading what you've learned. So that's what we're mainly trying to do, is teach these kids something that they can then teach to others. How to join. There's really no obligation or sign up required. If you come once, you don't have to keep coming, and you don't need to sign any permission forms unless you're going on one of the trips. But you simply show up at St. Teresa's Church at 6 p.m. on Sunday night, and depending on the weather, we'll either be inside the cafeteria or outside in front of the church. But Upper Room Squad happens every Sunday, rain or shine. You don't have to be a member of the church, and you don't even have to be the same religion. The only restriction, though, is that it's solely for high school students, and I understand this is a college class. So what I'm trying to persuade is, if you have friends that are still in high school, or if you have even maybe children that are about to go into high school, please inform them about this, because I feel like it's necessary to have something like this in your life, because it's just such a positive environment. And my persuasion right now is not just to join Upper Room Squad or just this youth group, but it's to join one in general, because it's an escape away from society that is oftentimes bringing you down. And if you get into an environment like this with all these just upbringing people that no one has a negative attitude, it'll just uplift you, and it's uplifted me over the past 4 years. So if you want to know more about Upper Room Squad, you can visit our website. I've included that in my PowerPoint. But yeah, thank you for your attention, and I hope that even if it's not this youth group, I hope that you will consider joining one, whether it be a different religion or anything, because I think it's definitely worth it, and it's had a positive impact on me, and I doubt it'll have a negative impact on any of you. So, thank you.